Good morning, people. Welcome to a somewhat impromptu edition of My People, My People. I'm Eric, your continuing host. And before I get started with what I want to say, I'm just going to ask if you believe what you're hearing here is worth listening to. Share it with your friends. If you think it might spur someone to action, share the video. If you think it might change someone's mind, wake someone up, share this video, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave your comments, good or bad. We love the good ones. Maybe we don't like the bad ones, but guess what? We live in the United States of America where we have a First Amendment that protects our right to say what we want to say, whether you like it or not. So, you may see on my face, I'm not my usual smiley, jovial self today. Actually, I started off pretty good this morning. Got up early before the sun came up, got most of my stuff done, got my laundry done, got the house cleaned, was going to head to the grocery store and popped on to Facebook for a minute. And the first thing across my feed, I see that Jeffery Epstein, famous sex trafficker for pedophiles, is dead of an apparent suicide. Now, first, what's really fascinating is he was on suicide watch. Now, I've never been to prison, but I just did a little reading before I came on to make this video, and what I found is that when you're on suicide watch, you are observed 24 hours a day. You're put in a cell where you have no means by which you can kill yourself. Now, typically, the way people in prison kill themselves is they hang themselves. Well, when you're on suicide watch, you have a bed with no sheets that can be detached. You have pillows with no cases that can come off. You don't get to wear a belt. You have no shoes with strings. And there's nothing from the walls protruding from which you could even hang yourself if you had something to hang yourself with. But somehow this man manages to commit suicide. Isn't that just fascinating? Why is this important to us as normal people? Well, because a number of people that were involved with this man that are very powerful, very influential, some even still in Congress in our country, some in the UK, I believe, in their parliament, were attached to this man. Probably he rendered services for them, and they're all going to get a walk, which is just another example of unequal justice under the laws of this country. What does unequal justice mean? What it means is if you're rich and you're powerful, you can do whatever the hell you want to do and you can get away with it. You, the common person that goes to work every day, that obeys the laws, that pays their taxes, that takes care of their families, that tries to do their best, go out and break the speed limit and get caught. What happens? You get a ticket, you pay a fine. Go hook up with a prostitute and get caught. What happens? You go to jail. You go to court. You pay a fine. Cheat on your taxes. What happens? You get put in jail if it's bad enough. At the very least, you're going to pay a fine. But these people who are abusing children, more or less, underage girls at the very least, are going to get a walk. And I got to tell you guys, that pisses me right the hell off. Here's what's fascinating about it. So many of us are going to look at that and go, that's pretty interesting. Well, I guess it was kind of expected because the Clintons have a stack of dead bodies in their wake a mile high. Let's go watch TV. Oh, I need to play Candy Crush. We are so distracted right now, people, we don't see what's going on right before our eyes. This information generation, this constant distraction that we have. It's like we're driving down a highway where every 10 feet there's another neon sign. Ooh, look, pretty shiny. Ooh, look, that's interesting. Oh, look over there. Oh, look at that. while those who are supposed to be our leaders are tearing our country apart, dividing us, shaking the foundations of what this country was built on, destroying the Constitution, getting by with breaking the law, we're just like, not paying any attention to what's going on. And I'm telling you, people, you got to wake up, okay? You got to start talking. You can't be silent anymore, all right? This is an absolute miscarriage of justice. And I'm not an easy guy to piss off, really. I have become very laid back in my older years. Take it pretty easy. Try not to get upset. But this really, really infuriates me. These guys are going to get away with this because guess what? Now that the man is dead, all of the files, and there are thousands of pages of files from where there was action brought against him 10, 15 years ago, I guess. He got basically a slap on the wrist, and all of those files were sealed. Wonder how that happened. Because all these influential, powerful people in Congress and otherwise allowed him to get away with it. And guess what? He continued to do it. He had a private island where he would fly these people and they could abuse these young girls. So here's what I'm telling y'all. Wake the hell up. Start paying attention to what's going on. Put away the bubble gum for your mind, your latest Netflix addiction, and your Candy Crush. And I am hoping, I am praying that our president will use every possible means of power at his disposal to get to the bottom of this and figure out how it was that under 24-hour observation on suicide watch, this man managed to commit suicide, because there's a trail there somewhere and we need to find it, people. You need to wake up. You need to get mad. You need to start telling your leaders, if you think they're worth their salt, you need to start telling them, we're not going to tolerate this injustice. We're not going to tolerate unequal justice under the law. We're not going to tolerate that if you're rich and you're powerful, you can do whatever the hell you want and get away with it. Because there's not a one of us that could do these things and get by with it. No normal person could do anything like this and get by with it. And they keep you distracted by, the liberals versus conservatives and Democrats versus Republicans, and we're all so busy pointing fingers back and forth and hating each other. We're not seeing what's going on, guys. You need to wake up. You need to do something about it. You need to start making your voice heard, okay? I'm just a guy. I'm not an influencer. I don't have anything special about me, but I'm mad. I got a voice. I got a brain. I can see what's going on, and I'm not going to shut up. Y'all need to do the same. Again, God bless y'all. If this motivates you, start talking. If you know somebody that needs to hear this, get out there. Share this video with them. Maybe this example spurs somebody to action. Maybe it changes somebody's mind, because it don't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative. It doesn't matter where you fall in that spectrum. This affects every one of us the same way. And what it means is, if you're rich and powerful, you can do what you want and get by with it. If you're not, you're going to suffer the consequences of the law, and it's got to stop. And it doesn't stop unless people like you and me start talking about it, start raising our voices, quit being so distracted, and start doing something about it. Got me? God bless y'all. We'll see you next time, hopefully for something a little bit more fun.